What is up, party people? Welcome to the 25th episode of the Get Geeked Podcast. And once again, as you can see, I am going solo. Alex is busy signing a lease for a new apartment, so he got a new place. So yes, give a round of applause and clap hands for him. He'll probably be back next weekend, so don't worry. With his new place, hopefully he's not too tired from moving and everything like that. But congrats to that guy. Congrats to Alex. Hope you guys have a safe and quick and easy move. set up your equipment so you get better sound. All right. You better hear me on that. Other than that, it's gonna be a straight Gabe rant hour or less than an hour. All depends, right? There's a lot of stuff to go through. Actually, I'm going to do like the first half as a rant, and then second half, there's some, Pokemon stuff that I'm excited about. But before I even get into any of that, I just want to give like a notice or an applause to, as you remember when we were talking about music and stuff in one of our earlier podcasts, I'm in the metalcore, and there's a band called Killswitch Engage. They just came out with a new single, Signal Fire. If you guys haven't heard it, check it out. It is a fire song. I love it. It's like nostalgic but new. It's heavy but melodic. The original singer and the newer singer comes together, and they do kind of like a duet type deal, which is awesome. But yeah, if you were ever in the metalcore or are thinking about trying to listen to a metalcore song, check out the new Killswitch Engage song, Signal Fire. Check it out. It is tight. Also, I want to also give out a big shout out and congrats to the Valley folk, because they just clicked up with Rooster Teeth, which is awesome. Because for one thing, I've been a fan of Rooster Teeth. I've been a fan of the Valley folk because I was a fan of them when they were SourceFed Nerd and SourceFed, if you guys ever followed that. But yeah, they were SourceFed, and then SourceFed ended, and then they became the Valley folk, and now they are partnered with Rooster Teeth, which is awesome. So big ups to them. I am super stoked on that. That just means more great stuff coming out of them. I can't wait. To see all that stuff they're gonna make. They're weird funny. I like it. I like weird funny. It's awesome. Let's see, anything else? Anything else popped up? I don't think so. Not really. D23 just happened over the weekend, and they announced a lot of stuff. The Mandalorian, another Mandalorian trailer came out, which looks pretty cool. Once again, I'm not going to be too hyped on it just because, tell the truth, Star Wars hurt me with The Last Jedi. I wanted to like it, right? I wanted to like it so much, but it hurt. It irked me, what they were doing with it. Rian Johnson, what he was trying to do with it. It wasn't following. It just didn't give the right send off to all the people that I like and loved over the years. I felt like they did Luke Skywalker dirty. I think they did Princess Leia dirty. And I just felt like Rian Johnson was just like, forget all the story that they laid out on the first one. We're going to go a brand new direction. And it just, I don't know. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. So, with that said, though, they have a lot of good people that I like the stuff that they did in the past in this project for The Mandalorian. So, a lot of good and weird writers. I know Taika Waititi is one of the writers that's on one of the episodes. He's also directing one of the episodes. And like a lot of good people like running the behind the scenes. So hopefully it comes out good. The trailer is good, but I'm gonna hold off from being too excited about it just because Star Wars has hurt me too many times. You know what I'm saying? So I'll back off on getting way too excited. So we'll see where that goes. Other than Moon Knight, they announced Moon Knight for Disney Plus as a show. Now, that is kind of weird and kind of scares me only because it's Disney Plus, and if any of you have ever read a Moon Knight comic, it's down, dirty, and gritty. That's like the total opposite of Disney. So I'm hoping like Disney is gonna be, down to get down and dirty, because like otherwise I would have rather have them have Moon Knight on like Hulu or something, because then they could go crazy with it. But knowing that it's coming out on Disney Plus is a little I don't know, like hesitant, but we'll see where it goes. But I am excited that they are acknowledging Moon Knight and all the Moon Knight fans. And if you guys don't know what Moon Knight is, imagine Batman but with a dual personality, right? Same deal. He gets like, because he has a dual personality, he gets totally crazy. He has powers from an ancient god that, giving him the powers to do what he needs to do to fight crime. He walks the line of being an anti-hero and a hero. So interesting. In ways, I am excited about it. But I'm more excited to see how they handle it. I just hope they don't ruin the character by making him too PG-13 or PG. Because if any character is deserving of an R rating, it would be Moon Knight. I would rather see Moon Knight in an R rating setting. I would even like to see him in a movie, but I feel like I think they were smart for doing a series, because he is more of a series type character. Like, it lends him to have more stories, and you kind of like delve into his multiple personality type situation better over a series of episodes than just one hour and a half movie. So smart on them to do that. So there's that. And they're also doing She-Hulk, which is weird because it's like an obscure character, right? It's gonna be fun to see where they go with that, but is it going to have legs, and is it going to be successful? Who knows? Maybe they do a comedy type deal, like a procedure comedy type deal, because she is a lawyer. And do they acknowledge Bruce Banner from the MCU, from the movies? Because they are supposed to be related. So we'll see where it goes with that one. And then also, along with them re-announcing other things like Black Widow and WandaVision, and shows like that, so those are like the newer ones that are on there. They also said that Keith Harington is going to be part of the Eternals as Black Knight. I don't know anything about Black Knight, so I'm not going to say anything about it, but I'll say that Keith Harington, it was good from Game of Thrones, so we'll see where it goes with that. I was a Game of Thrones fan minus the 8th season, so we'll leave that alone. That's a whole other subject. We did a whole review show for the 8th season, so if you guys want to check that out and see what we thought and what we felt about it, you go back and watch those. Yeah, we even did like a live review for the final episode, which was pretty cool. I mean, the thing is that the directing was good for it. The story was bad. The writing was very, very horrible. Also, I hope you guys don't hear the fan in the background. I need a fan here. It's been hot. It's been so hot, and I'm recording this pretty late too because the power went out because it was so hot today. So, yeah, and if you do hear it, please forgive me. Try to fix it. I even have the mic kind of turned away from where the fan is blowing, so hopefully it doesn't catch it. Yeah. With that said, though, let's move into my first rant. And if you guys don't know what I'm going to be ranting about, it's been all over the internet. The nerd world has been clamoring. It had one part, had a second part, had a third part. But we're talking about the whole Spider-Man issue. Sony versus Marvel. And I waited this long because I didn't want to do a total just a straight up quick video when the news first broke out, because I wanted all the information, because there was a lot of back and forth. First Disney put out something, and then Sony put out something, and then insider people were finding out this information, and then more information here and all that. So I wanted to hear the whole story before I even recorded anything, before I even put out anything. And by now, we kind of got most of the gist. And the whole thing goes like this. Spider-Man was coming up on his end of his contract. Now, in the beginning, people thought that Sony, everyone was all on Sony, getting mad at Sony because, like, oh, why did they take him back? Why did they not sign the contract? Why did they not renew it? And so everyone was mad at Sony, and so was I. I was like, oh man, F Sony. Like, I hated it. I hated them so bad. And then we found out that it was because Disney had put out an offer that they wanted more than what they were getting. They wanted 50-50, a 50-50 cut of the contract or of the earnings and stuff like that. And not just that, but they wanted 50-50 rights of everything. So basically, Sony's most valuable product, they wanted 50-50 ownership of it. And they wanted 50-50 control over it as well. And then everyone was like, oh, that sounded so unfair. Like, how dare Disney? Why are they so greedy? And stuff like that. And then at that point, I was like, I don't know. Like, now I'm kind of mad at Disney, but I can see where they're kind of coming from, and I can see where Sony was. So I was like, okay, I kind of forgave Sony for it. But then you hear that Disney had put out a fair offer in the beginning. They just wanted a 30-70 cut, and not even 50-50 rights and stuff like that. And it was Sony that lagged on getting back to them because, from what I heard, that they were kind of overzealous, kind of boasting, or not boasting, but they were kind of like too assured of themselves because they had a kind of success with Venom. And come on, okay, you made money off of Venom, but tell your truth, that movie was trash. And for anyone who even thinks that Venom was a good movie, I don't know what to each his own, I guess, because movies are such. It's just it's up to interpretation to whoever watches it, right? Because I like movies that suck too. Like, I enjoy Sucker Punch, and everyone hated Sucker Punch. So who knows, right? So I guess to some people Venom was good, but to me Venom was trash. And then a lot of people that are out there think the same thing as me. I mean, for one thing, Spider-Man being missing, the writing kind of being wonky. I mean, there was a lot of plot holes and just a lot of the only thing that held up was some of the actors that were really good in it, and that was it. But the story and everything like that was just I cannot back up Venom. Let's just say that I can't. But they made money off of it, so they were like, okay, we're making money. And then after that, Spider-Verse made a lot of money. So now Sony thinking they're big. Sony's thinking that they're a big deal. So they're like, okay, we don't have to answer to this offer that Disney gave us. So then that made Disney come and give out that 50-50 deal. And then so at the end of that, you're just like, now I'm just mad at both companies, because the only one suffering now is the fans. Because, like, for one thing, they made the fans fall in love with this new Spider-Man by putting him in the MCU, giving him this great storyline, giving us a great tail end to the last movie, where, like, they left us on a cliffhanger, and now we want more. We want to see what happens now, and then now we really can't, because they're gonna have to change the script, right? And not just that too, but I mean, you gotta say, like, I was like, for all the other characters, like, I was kind of happy for Happy Hogan, because he's kind of like, they were like insinuating this thing with Aunt May. Now we're never gonna see that come to fruition, because Sony's not gonna be able to use Happy Hogan. Everything that's related to MCU is gonna have to be cut out of the movie going forward, right? Unless, and then here's the thing is, this whole situation isn't over yet. They can always come back and come to an agreement later on. Give me a second. I need to parch my throat. I'm going to be talking a lot. Excuse me. Sorry. But yeah, this whole situation is not done. It is not finished. It's only finished when they start production on this new movie and they did not come up with an agreement, and then I'll be like, okay, it's done. Or either that, or they cancel the contract with Tom Holland or something like that. But I mean, Tom Holland's kind of signed on for another 1 or 2 movies, I think. So he's probably going to finish that off. But his storylines is not going to fit. There is ways, because they kind of, the way they left it off, they can go in a storyline that they don't need to reference to the MCU at all. And Kevin Feige is smart over in his land, and he has other characters and products that, you know, like, they don't need Spider-Man either. But the thing, so like, you know, each company doesn't really have a problem. The only thing is that the fans lose. You know, we lose, because now we don't get to finish the story that they started. We lose a beloved character that was in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and we're gonna have to like deal with it, which we'll probably heal from later on, because there's gonna be new characters and, you know, other stuff for us to, you know, go forward with, coming with, like, you know, X-Men and Fantastic Four and Deadpool and stuff. But we're just not gonna have Spider-Man, which we've kind of come accustomed to after 5 movies of it, right? You know, seeing him in the Avengers, seeing him in his own solo movies. It's gonna be interesting to see where they go with the storyline. But yeah, I'm disappointed. I'm kind of mad. And then come to find out, one of the people that was involved with this, that is kind of like almost to blame. I forget his name. I want to say it's like something Rothman. If you guys don't know who he is, he was part of the people who did the X-Men, the first 3 X-Men's. He is one of the writers or directors or producers, I forget, of X-Men 3, and is also one of the ones that is to blame for X-Men Origins Wolverine. And then once they left those projects, he also worked he's the one who kind of fronted Venom and stuff like that. So, you know, you see like, okay, this guy has a hate for Marvel, and he's done bad things. So, like, he's done a lot of stuff that the fans did not like. And come to find out that he is one of the reasons why this whole contract signing kind of failed. So it's going to be interesting to see where this goes. And I don't know, like, it's another like director stepping in to ruin the whole thing, or not even director. I think he's a producer or something, like one of the head runners basically. But Sony, Marvel, make up, please. It's like, mommy, daddy, stop fighting. I hate it. I don't like it. I want Spider-Man back. I am a Spider-Man fan. At one point, I was even planning on getting a Spider-Man tattoo, and I still want a Spider-Man tattoo, and I still want a Venom tattoo. But the only thing is, you know, these movies put a bad taste in my mouth, and now I second guess those. But I'm most likely going to still get those, just so to remember when I did love them, the comic book days, the movies that were good, you know, minus Venom. And the movie was trash, in my opinion. Sorry to anyone who did like it. I'm gonna second guess your taste though, if you did like it. But, you know, to each his own. You guys deserve to like whatever you guys want to like. But yeah, that's the whole Spider-Man situation. I can't believe it. I hate it. I was so looking forward to see what they were gonna do with Triple J, and to see how Spider-Man was gonna solve the problem of being outed as being Spider-Man, how Peter Parker was gonna react, what's gonna happen with him and MJ, what was gonna the storyline, the arc and storyline of Happy Hogan and Aunt May. You know, there was so much to look forward to, and so much that now we're just not gonna know, because you know they're gonna change the storyline. You know, whatever Sony's planning is gonna just not be as good as what the MCU is gonna do and what Kevin Feige had planned for him. I mean, you know, from what I know, from what we've seen, Kevin Feige is the main guy. He's the best runner, person in charge type he's doing everything, so I don't know what to really call him, but he's the main thing running, like powering the whole MCU, and they're the only ones that are being successful now, because you see the DC universe is just going nowhere, and they're in like troubled waters. But they're still pumping out movies, but they're still in troubled waters. And like all the older Spider-Man movies, excluding certain ones that were kind of good, and then Sony did the Spider-Verse, which I think was a fluke because somehow that was really, really good, like super good. But they aren't consistent, you know? Whereas the Marvel Cinematic Universe, they're consistent. They've been doing good and keep on doing good. And, like, you just trust them. Like, you know, they're not, like, everyone's still waiting for that one Marvel failure. So we don't know when that's going to happen. But now they have all these new projects, so, you know, if you're one of those people who are waiting for them to fail, maybe one of these will fail, but I don't see it happening. If Kevin Feige has anything to say about it, I think everything that he touches, that he's involved with, it's gonna be good. Like, I haven't hated any of those movies. I liked them all, if not loved most of them, you know? Like, I didn't hate any of them. So all about all those movies, like, I either liked a lot or loved, you know? So, but now Spider-Man's not going to be part of that. He's going to go back to, I don't know. I'm worried because Sony has failed. Like, The Amazing Spider-Man, I didn't like any of those movies. I didn't like part 1 or part 2, you know, even though part 1 some people liked. I just thought it was like, whatever. It's like, it didn't excite me. It wasn't great at all. The only ones that I did like was maybe Sam Raimi Spider-Man 2. That was like one of the most coolest ones. And then I liked Into the Spider-Verse, which was cool. So we'll see where we'll see where it all goes. But I'm sad. The whole nerd kingdom, the whole comic book nerd kingdom is sad. And I've seen like other shows and stuff like that talking about it, and they're like, oh, like, you know, all these nerds and all these people, and, you know, they're just like boo-hoo, boo-hoo. I'm like, dude, that's because you guys don't understand. You guys aren't invested in these movies as much as we are. Like, you didn't, you know, like, it's weird. They're a part of us. We grew up with them. Like, they gave us purpose and gave us strength when we were growing up. Like, being a kid and needing a place to escape, comic books was that place to escape. And then those characters became part of our lives because, like, we read their stories, we've been there with them, and then we see them in the big screen, and then we're like, yes, you know, that's part of us. And then now they're there, and yeah, so it's a big deal to us, you know. And then and it's weird because me being a fan, because I'm watching these shows and then seeing them talk trash on stuff like that about us, because we're a fan of them. Like, it's weird, right? Because, like, don't you know that part of your fan is the nerd world? Like, you're basically talking trash to your fans, but, you know, whatever's. We tend to run most of the world nowadays anyways. So, yeah. That went far left, right? Or far right. I don't know, whatever. It's weird. I tend to veer off sometimes. I go on tangents, so bear with me. But I think that's enough of a ranting about Spider-Man thing. Yeah. Sounds about right. Let's get into something better. Let's get into something cooler. I don't know if a lot of you are fans of Pokemon Go, but I'm a big fan of Pokemon Go. I play it all the time. I don't know if I could say that I'm a fan or I'm just addicted to the game, but it's a little bit of both. But big news, because after Pokemon Go Fest, and if everyone has done all the tasks that we needed to do for Pokemon Go Fest, they give us an Ultra bonus. Excuse me 1 minute. And now, this year Ultra bonus is legit bonkers, because there's a lot of things coming out in September that it is going to be nutty. And now, I'm hoping, or I'm gonna try to, on my next paycheck, I'm probably gonna try to buy a cheap camera, and I want to vlog some of this stuff because. So, watch out for maybe some Pokemon Go vlogs coming up in next month because some of these bonuses are dope, and I would like to capture it. I would like to capture it on camera if I get some of this stuff. But we'll start in the beginning. We'll start with the small fry. We'll start with the small stuff, and I'm not gonna be totally accurate or complete with everything because I feel like there's other channels that kind of give you the whole rundown of everything. So if you want to find out what the Ultra Bonus is and what's coming up for the next month or so, you can always check out those channels. You're talking like Trainer Tips, you're talking Mystic 7, you're talking Pokegirl 7, JT Gilly and stuff like that. Go check those channels out. They'll give you a full rundown of what's coming up. But I'm just going to quickly go through it and just talk about how excited I'm about this because it is going to be cool. Let's start off with right now for the next week or so. It's the water festival, so anything water type, and there's a lot of water type shiny. So I'm hoping to get another shiny. I would love to get a shiny Magikarp, another one. I have one, but I would like to have two, so I could keep one as a Magikarp and evolve the other one to a Gyarados. So I'm hoping to get that. Not just that, but Barboach and Carvine are now shiny available. So I'll be excited if I get one of those two. It doesn't matter. But I still want to see Horsey, and I still want the Poliwhirl. So I'm going to be out looking for those. But now let's get into the Ultra Bonuses. First wave of Ultra Bonuses. If I remember correctly, the 3 beasts are coming back as raids and raids. The Lake Trio are also coming back. I forget. I think it's Sentret. Is going to be shiny, and Gligar is going to be shiny available. They're going to be those shinies are going to be released, along with double time egg hatches. So that's already dope. We could shiny hunt for those. I am missing one of the shiny beasts, so I'm gonna be raiding those, trying to get that shiny Suicune because I did not get it on that day. So hopefully I get that. And now second week, I really forget what was second week. I know there's more shinies. I don't know if there is more shinies on the second week, to tell you the truth. But I know that there's gonna be other stuff that really, it must have not been that important because I don't remember what it is. But the most important thing is third week. We're talking about shiny Mewtwo coming out to raids, and then what is it? The alien ones are also going to be in raids too. Regular 5-star raids, but whatever. I care less for them. Useless. No shinies or anything. But shiny Mewtwo. I can't wait. I'm going to be raiding a whole gang of those. I hope I get one. I'm having 50-50 luck with those type of raids. So, I still haven't gotten my Rayquaza, my shiny Rayquaza, and that time is almost coming to an end. I think we only have 1 week left of Rayquaza, and I still don't have the shiny, and I keep on watching videos of people getting shinies. I don't have it, so hopefully that's not going to be the case for Mewtwo. Hopefully I get it on the front end. I hope they do a dinner raid hour for that, because I would love to do a dinner raid hour for Mewtwo and get a shiny Mewtwo. It's going to be dope. He's also going to get a new move, which I heard it might be good. Oh, I think one of the things on the second week is... Oh, no, that's not it. Never mind. But yeah, so, shiny Mewtwo, dude. That's all you need to say. That's all you need. And then on top of that, the rumors about Unova was true. Gen 5 is going to be starting to roll out on that third week, on that third wave of the Ultra Bonuses. So they're going to come out with 3 new... Gen 5 Pokemons. I forget their names. One of them looks like a gear, and then the other one looks like a rat, and I don't know what the other one is. But not just that too. I heard that most likely they're also going to drop the 3 starters from that generation. So look out for those. And so that's super hype, because that means by the time September's over and Halloween hits and October's in the mix, we are going to get Gen 5 ghost types, and I am down for that. I am stoked, Gen 5 ghost types and shiny ghost hunting in October for sure. So look out for those raids, because I am going to be doing those, or not raids, but vlogs and stuff like that. I'm going to be trying to do those as well. Maybe go on a shiny ghost hunt, vlog that. So I am super stoked, man. Ultra bonuses for Pokemon Go sounds super sick. I'm still doing the Jirachi quest, which is super dumb, super hard. I don't know why they made it so hard. One of the things I have to do for it is capture 3 of the first starting the family of Loudred, but the first guy, I forget what his name is, Whismer, I think I want to say. And those things don't even spawn anymore. Like, they used to spawn everywhere, and now they don't spawn anymore because of the whole water festival thing, and you don't see them anywhere anymore. So I don't know if I'm ever going to even pass that part. And then not just that, but you have to evolve, or you have to walk 20 kilometers with the fish guy. I forget his name. Sorry. But so you got to walk 20 kilometers with that, then evolve him. And then I heard some of the next part of the quest is even longer, because one of them you have to spin a Pokestop once every day. So you got to wait 7 days after that. Like, oh my God, why are you making this? Niantic, why are you making this so hard? I don't even know. But yeah. I'm stoked for that. Pokemon Go Ultra Bonus, month of September. I can't wait. If you're into it too, let me know what you're super stoked and super excited about. If you're super sad and hate the whole reason and hate the whole thing about Spider-Man, let me know about that too. Comment it down in the comments below, right down there, and let me know. Comment squad. Let me know what you think. Also, don't forget to hit that like, hit that subscribe, tell a friend, help us get to 100 subscribers so we could get that unique URL for our YouTube channel. I am super grateful, and I love all of you guys that has subscribed. We are at 52 subscribers now. I'm super stoked. I'm super excited. With that said, I think I've ranted enough and took up enough of your guys' time. So, until we see each other again next week with more podcasts, with more talks, and hopefully next time I'm not ranting and raving about something, and hopefully Alex will be back with a better mic. And then look forward to more of the Bearded Man 2. Hopefully I can get him back for another episode or so. Even more. It all depends on how much you guys like it, how much you guys want it. And if you do want that, sound off down below. But with that said, I bid you guys adieu, and I'll see you guys on the next episode.